was earth and Che is people. See, already in the meaning of these two words, you can see that how deep the thing is. Mapu, earth, and Che, people of the earth. That's the reason Che Guevara, the word Che, is like you say in America, a dude. A dude.
That's right, yeah.
Or Che.
It's Argentinian, yeah.
No, it's Chilean.
Is it Chilean?
It's Chilean.
Is it? I thought it was
But what
Argentinian.
happened is a lot of these, I know I'm trying to defend being nationalistic.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm a very guy beyond nationality anyway. But happened to be that the so-called Mapuches, they used to be in ancient times when the Spaniards were not there in those territories. Well, when the countries became delineated, some of them stayed in Argentinian territory, and they became the peasantry for the Argentinians. And the main tribe stayed in Chilean territory. So it's funny because in Chile we don't say Che to say, hey dude, we say gallo. It's like a rooster.
Oh, really?
That's Chilean slang. See, if I say dude, in Chilean slang is gallo, which is rooster. A rooster, you know?
Uh-huh.
Now the name Che
Yeah.
was put there. That's the story. It's funny, and because Che Guevara was an Argentinian,
Yeah.
Revolutionary guy,
Sure.
and that's the final part of the story.
Yeah, we know all about him. Yeah, well, know a lot about him.
Okay,
Yes.
but even though they're coming up with some of these like laws like that down there in South America and stuff, they're not coming up from Brehon laws, right?
What they've actually done, from what I understand, is the lawyers actually argued in court, in courts of law, I'm not sure which countries, but it's a number of those countries, and argued that there were precedents. They incorporated Brehon law in as precedent.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's
And
great.
Yes.
How did they get this idea? Was it from those priests involved in liberation theology?
Could well be. I don't know how they became aware of Brehon law. I'm not sure, but these were smart people. But to also understand that Brehon law is known in jurists all over the world. It is not something that is just. It is known. Like the column kill for every cow's calf is known by every lawyer who has ever done copyright law. So it's not at all surprising that very well-educated lawyers in South America would know about the Brehon laws, went and researched them, and actually won cases in court based upon precedent. Because the concept of precedence, if you can show that something was a well-established tradition, then that beats if there's no statute clearly on it. So that, in fact, apparently is now part of the...
Are those priests that are into liberation theology supporting that idea?
I
what I'm
have
saying?
no idea.
Because it's kind of interesting, the Catholic Church came, eradicates Brehon laws, and now you got a bunch of priests that might be supporting it.
I doubt it somehow. I would say that it's the local indigenous, like this man here. I don't think it was imported. I think it was the local educated lawyers. Yes,
their culture.
I think so.
A lot of the churches survive by siding with the establishment.
Yeah, that's right. It's less likely to be those, because the liberation priests are kind of mavericks and renegades.
They
if you
are,
like.
they're frowned upon by the
They are.
Rome. I mean, there's one of them chastised
Right.
by the Pope.
Well, they're generally allied with the local indigenous people.
There's
They
one
be
guy
Irish
Irish people kind of like
They
them.
lie themselves with
They
A lot of
may
Irish
be.
people like liberation theology, don't they?
They
Because
may.
my friend's dad teaches the university on the East Coast, and that's what he's teaching. He's Irish.
Well, it could well be, but canon law is so codified, it's so different. Canon law is very much like Napoleonic law, very much. So it's kind of unlikely that a doctor of divinity, a lawyer, would have that bent, I suspect. I think it would be much more likely to come from a
But
secular...
those priests are already going renegade, right? So maybe they're picking it up anyway. That's just kind of curious how it got down there.
I don't know where it is, except that it has been noted that that is happening and surprisingly, not in the English-speaking world. You'd imagine something like that would have burst forth in, say, New Zealand, that the Maoris would have done it. But it's actually in the Latin-speaking world rather than the English-speaking world. Just shows you how deeply suppressed the English-speaking people are into that old Magna Carta, that concept of law.
So, Patrick, earlier on you mentioned how future generations, it will depend on future generations to study Brehon law and bring
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
What's happening in Ireland to do?
Well, an extraordinary thing is happening in Ireland right now because of the Green Party and the Green Movement. Because all of a sudden everybody has understood and realizes, my God, we used to be all green. The Brehon laws are absolutely environmentalist. And the penalties for hurting Mother Earth were instant and severe.
Which goes back to
That's great.
Machu.
In Chile we have the so-called Partido Humanista Verde.
Verde is green, yeah.
It's a little thing, it's funny because my first girlfriend became now she's a big shot in the Green Humanist
She is.
Party, but we split in 1968.
Ah.
It was a little brief, movement.
She was like 10 years old.
But then now she's no, I was in fact 17.
You were?
And she
Okay.
was 1 year younger than me.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and she is really serious.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But now, so
The Green
the-
Party, you're saying?
there's a, as you know, the Brehon Society. You stood up on this, Kevin, didn't you? No. Well, there's a very, very strong Brehon Society here in the United States. It's actually based in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's entirely American. It is not. It's not. Well, I'm sure they had some interest in Ireland, but just like the Germans have gotten incredibly interested in archaeology in Ireland, they recognise it as kind of like a fossil of what their country might have been like, and they're very, very interested in it over there, more than the Irish are, which is rather interesting. A lot of American jurists and lawyers. So the Brehon Society here in the United States. Yes, and it is not an Irish nationalistic thing, or it's an awareness of a earth-based, human-based system of law, which is a repository, if you like, of thousands of years of wisdom in how to coexist with the earth, and it's kind of like what's happening in the south. In the south, that's how I learned about it. Was through the Brehon Society, because again, it's the nearest thing that they can come to probably what the Native American traditions and laws were. Because again, it's obvious, it's natural. You don't hurt the earth because that's what's feeding you.
They're the big mothers,
That's the
even,
right.
even the pig doesn't go poo in his own corral.
That's
He
right.
can go in a corner, but not where he
But not
sleeps.
where he sleeps, or
Exactly.
your doorstep. Exactly.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
So you see, I can see a huge renaissance of the Brehon laws as an earth-based system of laws. Now the English, of course, will dismiss it all as being very tribal and very prehistoric.
Archaic.
Yes,
Yeah.
but fortunately we're starting to grow out of that now.
Yeah.
And the Irish were their own worst enemies. They were running away from what their great heritage was. So I actually see a great future for the Brehon laws when you understand what it is. In a way, the Seanchas Mór and the word Brehon gives you a clue right away that it's the ancient wisdom, which is Seanchas Mór. And it's so interesting that that's what that book was called in the 5th century.
How do you spell that?
Seanchas, S-H, in modern English, S-E-A-N-C-H-U-S.
How do you pronounce that again?
Seanchas,
Seanchas.
yeah.
How do you spell which,
Shan,
the laws, I can't pronounce.
Brehon,
How do you
Brehon,
spell it?
B-R-E-H-O-N in modern English.
H-O-N.
B-R-E-H-O-N. But Seanchas, the word Shan is a very interesting word in itself. And, Aria's left. It's hasn't it?
He's hiding.
Oh, he's hiding back there. Shan is probably Farsi.
Shas is Farsi actually.
Is it?
It's related to that. Means the same thing pretty much.
Old and
Shas,
ancient.
yeah.
Yes, okay.
Okay, Farsi.
Yes. It's the best we know, not that there is such thing, but it's an Indo-European.
Shachis means a wise man.
Aha.
Shachis.
Yeah.
Just about the same word.
Now, the Romans adopted it, the word, and it's their upper house was the Senate, the Shannas. That's where the word came from. We say Senate. Yes, it meant the old people, the wise old people. They all had, gray.
So
Yeah.
Patrick, you're saying that Brehon law is once again gonna come to the forefront, and the Irish will once again save civilization. Is that right?
Well, I don't think they'll save. I think they'll re-emerge. Their civilization. I think they saved the wrong civilization. They saved.
The Romans.
That's right. And I wrote a play about that.